Welcome back, everybody, for a spooky Tuesday because it's October. Oh my God.
October,
This
our
month
favorite month.
is just like hot. Everything is just amazing. I love the Halloween stuff. Get rid of the Christmas stuff, though. That's bringing me down. Let's have more Halloween stuff.
Like, yeah.
I want to
How
do
are we going to
Christmas.
skip
I'm
Halloween
still
and go straight to
enjoying Halloween.
Christmas?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. Man, do we have a fun show?
Exactly. We do have a fun show.
It's going to be
Uh,
cool stuff. We're talking about haunted objects, cursed objects, and we picked out some good stuff.
I think we have. We have.
Lisa's just getting back from a trip. She had a wonderful time.
I did. I had a great time. I went to North Carolina to see my beautiful niece get married. It was a beautiful wedding, and we had a blast.
And she gave you something.
She did give me something, and I'm so excited about it, y'all. So tonight's fancy glass is brought to you by Hocus Pocus. Is this not the cutest thing ever?
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus. The flavor, it's a Hocus Pocus hard seltzer cup, and it says the flavor is children. I don't know if y'all can see that because it's just not wanting to show up on my background. Hi.
I don't know. That's weird.
Oh,
there it is. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yes, the flavor is children, y'all. and I love it. And it even has an ingredient list on the back that says that it's got toe of newt and dead man's toe and green saliva, and it's so cute.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love it.
I had a Halloween party this weekend. Lisa unfortunately couldn't make it because she was out at her niece's or cousin's wedding. But y'all, yeah. there was some kids. Like we had an old basement and we're doing our thing, but we're all dressed up black because it was called Black Dye Fair. And the middle of the lobby, these kids who were turning 21, they had a DJ. They're rocking out. It's all cool. They're got pink and purple balloons. I mean, it's very springy almost. So I'm taking some of the girls up to the third floor, where the haunted stuff goes down. And so we had to walk through their thing. Here we are in black gothic stuff, nails and spiders all drawn on our faces. And we're just walking through and everybody's kind of looking at us. And so I was teasing the girls. I said, we get to the top of the stairs. Let's turn around and act like we're putting spells on everybody and just do this.
Y'all did not. Did y'all do it?
No, nobody would do it. But don't you know they would have freaked out if we just walked up there and started, like acting like we're placing a spell. It was pretty funny.
Man, it's a shame.
I thought it'd be funny.
I'd have been up there with you.
You'd have done it.
I would have done it. I would have.
What's gonna happen?
I'd be like,
dark magic, black magic right here, and y'all's little purple and pink balloons.
Shall you be 18 forever?
Okay. Do you want to go first or do I want to go first? Doesn't matter to me. Let's get into it, though, because it's going to be good.
I'm doing it. I'm going first.
You go, girl. You go. Wait, I got to show my cup.
Show your cup and we got a clink. What the heck are we thinking? That's cute.
It's got moons and stars. I got to think about the moons and stars. I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Let's clink to October, man, and spooky season's finally coming on.
October. Let's clink to October and let's clink to Friday the 13th.
Booyah! Love that day.
Gonna be a good day too because we're having a campfire ghost stories out at the lake. And we are going to have a ball.
We're going to walk the lake and watch for the lady in white and hear ghost stories.
There's some ghost stories.
Might or might not have some adult beverages.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
That's right. That's right.
So, and I would like to clink to my beautiful niece getting married to her best friend over the weekend. Because it was fantastic. I wish them nothing but love and happiness for many years.
All right. So, clink, clink for everybody. Get your glasses. You send us your pictures again. Don't forget that.
Do not forget, because we haven't gotten one in a while.
Nope, we need somebody.
Come on, slackers. Mm-hmm. Send us the picture. Not really, y'all. We love y'all. we talk to each other like this. So if we talking to you like
send
that,
the hate mail directly to Lisa. I didn't call you a slacker. Although I think you are if y'all are not sending pictures in.
so you can send it to
it.
me. If it's for Becky, send it to me. I'll forward it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start out with something that I'm sure a lot of people have heard of, but some people have not, because I've actually found in my talking to folks that some people have never heard of a Dybbuk box.
Wow, I know you. Okay. I know.
Yep. So for those of you who have not heard of a Dybbuk box is a box that is said to hold it's a Jewish folklore. It's said to hold a dark spirit that takes over the bodies of living people and uses them for evil. So I know. So legend has it that a Dybbuk can be trapped inside of a box and it will remain there unless the box is opened. So if anybody gives you a Dybbuk box, don't freaking open it.
Return to sender.
Return to sender. I wouldn't even want it in my house. So there is a slightly famous Dybbuk box that resides in a haunted museum in Las Vegas. Yes. I've actually seen this Dybbuk box in person. It is, if you've ever gone to the haunted museum in Vegas, then you know it's in a room all by itself, and it's in a glass case. It is surrounded by a salt. And according to the owner of that haunted museum, supposedly the salt gets disrupted as if the case is it's trying to escape its case, its enclosure. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that when I went to that place, you have to, they ask you if you even want to go in there, and you don't have to. But I did go in there, and I will say that the room itself is different when you go in. Did you feel that when you went in?
I did. It's creepy. Definitely.
It's very ominous when you go in there. It's not a good feeling. So, so that Dybbuk box was actually, it came up for sale on eBay several years ago. It was actually listed as a vintage wine cabinet that came from the estate of a woman who survived World War II in a concentration camp. She survived a concentration camp in World War II. And the seller claimed that the first owner's granddaughter was terrified of the cabinet and warned the buyer that said the box had a Dybbuk in it. So after the person bought the cabinet, not the person who owns it now, but the person who bought it originally, he was plagued by a series of unfortunate events, including reoccurring nightmares, being attacked. He would dream that he was being attacked by an old hag. And then he started waking up with bruises and scratches on him, like actual bruises and scratches on him.
That's wild.
That'd be crazy. Terrifying, right?
Yes.
I mean, to dream that you're being attacked by an old hag in itself, but then you actually start waking up with physical marks.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Like, so so then he also experienced an overwhelming power, an overwhelming stench that he claims smelled like cat urine.
Oh God, that's the worst.
That is the worst smell.
That is, you can't get over that.
It's
you can't unsmell it, man.
You can't. It's almost like it just like burns in to you. So the person who bought this and was experiencing all this stuff, his mother opened the box, and after she opened the box, she suffered a stroke. So he decided to get rid of it. He reached out to a rabbi, and the rabbi instructed him to build a wooden box lined with 24 karat gold, place the Dybbuk box inside, and bury it. So it ended up in the hands of a guy named Jason Haxton. He was a Missouri Medical Museum director. He was a skeptic, but he bought it. And after he bought it, it changed his mind. because after he bought it, he then started having nightmares of being attacked by an old hag. And he would wake up with bruises and marks on his body also.
All right. I have never woke up with bruises and marks on my body. Knock on wood, wherever I just got glass in my office. I don't know. But if I started having scratches, now something's going down and I'm seriously scared.
Yes.
I'm starting to wake up and I know I didn't scratch myself or get bruises.
Well, how do you bruise yourself in your sleep?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, we've slept together, not slept together, people, but we've slept together in many beds but I sleep on my side.
I do too.
Like, I'm not a super tossy turny person, so I don't know how I would even bruise myself. Like, I don't wail my arms around or any of that business, and you don't either. We're pretty much, you get in the position to sleep, and that's where it's at. And you wake up and you got scratches on your arm or bruises on your legs, like
what is that? That's not normal. Not normal and scary.
I would definitely I'm looking for some religious help with that right there.
Exactly. Well, so this guy actually ended up on an episode of Deadly Possessions.
Yep.
Okay.
I remember that show.
You remember that show?
I do.
So he ended up on Deadly Possessions, and he decided to face his fears, and he opened the box on Deadly Possessions on the show. And when he opened it, what was inside the box was dried roses, 2 coins from the 1920s, small gold wine goblet, 2 locks of hair. I don't like that at all. Like the whole locks of hair thing, that's real.
Yeah.
Like, and an octopus-legged candlestick holder called a Shabbat.
Okay. I know what those look like.
Yeah. And engraved, an engraving of the word shalom, which means peace in Hebrew. So that was what was inside the box. But when he opened that box, the lights in the building, they all started to flash and strange sounds were being heard. And he turned and faced a wall. And they said he had like a very weird expression on his face. And then his voice changed and he started talking and reciting the story about Shadow Man.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah. And then he started speaking in tongues.
Yeah. Girl, if I ever do that, just go ahead and lock my ass in the closet or something. I don't know. Don't let me.
Not to worry. So so after he started speaking in tongues, he started sweating profusely and coughing uncontrollably. So that Dybbuk box, as I said, is displayed at the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. And Post Malone, do you know who that is, right? Post Malone?
Of course. Posty.
I love Posty. So Post Malone actually did an episode of Ghost Adventures, and
I saw him. I remember watching that one.
I remember watching that one too, and he said that Zach was affected, and that so on the show, you tell Zach is actually going to open it, and Posty puts his hand on his shoulder and stops him. He's like, don't do it, don't open it. Yeah. So yeah, that I don't know about you, but you can find Dybbuk boxes for sale on the dark web. You can find them for sale on eBay and all this stuff. And of course, no one really knows if they're real or not real when you buy one like that. All I'm saying, folks, is don't take a chance.
No.
Because I've seen a lot of YouTubers do that. They buy one and they will do stuff like they get their K2 or whatever, and they go around it and it's going off. Like the K2 is going off. They decide to open it. It goes off and then never goes off again. And then crap starts happening in their house. Don't let it out, y'all. Don't let it out.
No. And it's all about intention, right? Whether somebody buys and makes it and it costs them $5 and they say, oh, there's a spirit trapped in here. it's all about intentions. We know that. It's if you touch any object that has a negative intention with it, if I want my cup, if my intent is anybody that touches my cup is going to fall and break their leg, that's negative energy. And so somebody with picking up my cup, that was my intent with this cup. It wasn't good.
No.
So be very aware of the intentions of places and things.
So here's the picture of it actually at the museum with the salt around it in the case that it resides in. And that's the actual case that belonged to the woman who survived the concentration camp from World War II. That's it.
That's wild looking. First, it looks scary.
It does look scary. I don't know that I'm not opening it. We went, so you didn't get to go on this trip, but when we went to Savannah, Georgia, and investigated the Savannah Theater, the people who run that little company, they have a store. And we did go to the next day to check out their store, and they sell all kinds of crystals and metaphysical stuff.
Right.
And I looked and I was like, holy shit, they have a Dybbuk box sitting on the thing. And I looked at the guy and I was like, you guys have a Dybbuk box in here? And he goes, yeah. And I said, it's been opened, because I could tell the wax had been broken.
Yeah.
And he said, they make them. And it's what you said. It's all about intention. They make Dybbuk boxes with good stuff. So they put love and light and good crystals and all kinds of good stuff. And they sell them for that, for people to open them, to bring love and light and positivity into their homes. I'm still not doing it.
I was fixing to say that's great, but hell no.
I told the guy too. I said, y'all can keep it. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah, I've got all my stones and crystals right back over in here, and I'll go with that.
Yep, not doing it. No, thank you. Not happening.
No.
So what you got?
Okay. So mine too is well known, but it is not a box. It's not a doll. Well, it kind of is a doll. I want to talk about voodoo dolls. Voodoo dolls can be good. Yeah, there's one. They can be good for good things. Today's terms, when you hear a voodoo doll, you're automatically, it's scary, it's creepy. You put pins in it and, you have intentions of harming somebody. No doubt about it. That happens. So I'm going to tell you, because it's Halloween and it's creepy shit, and I'm just going to go there. I'm going to tell y'all how to make a real easy voodoo doll. You can take 2 pieces of felt paper. And again, use your intentions wisely, because what you put out can sometimes come back. So be careful, on your intent, especially when it's towards another person. But you can take 2 pieces of felt, draw your little doll, glue them together. You cut it out in your little thing, and all you got to do is glue the felt together and stuff it, and then stitch up the top so that the stuffing doesn't come out. Again, how you're talking about a lock of hair or something, if you're going to, you got somebody that's pissed you off, you're going to have to find something they've touched. Let's just say that. Whether it's a piece of paper, a cup, a piece of hair, something that belonged to them. You put it on the doll, and of course, you use the pins. And the thing that goes with the voodoo dolls is, if I put a pin in a voodoo doll in the heart, then that person's going to feel that pin in their heart. They're going to start having heart problems. Or if I put a pin in the arm, then that person is going to feel that sort of thing. I happen to own 3 voodoo dolls. Yes, I do. I'm going to show you them because like candles, different colored candles have meaning, right? I have voodoo dolls that have meanings. So the first one is my little green girl. Got her in the Bahamas. So green, even in candles, but with voodoo, is for growth and wealth and stuff like that. The money, just growth mostly. So if you like, I want to have a haunted house to someday. I'm gonna be with her and do things to her that's gonna help me with that. Not bad. Let me show you my other one.
You don't do anything bad, Beck.
You don't know me, Lisa.
Oh, I do. Or do I? I don't know.
Or do you? I don't know. This one kind of looks like you. I don't know. No, kidding.
Does it say Lisa on it? See the big heart? That's because you love me.
Yeah. So this is actually for manifesting your dreams. It's nothing bad. This doll is for manifesting your dreams. So with this, you can poke stuff in it if that's what you so choose. Usually the pins are for something negative, some sort of mischievous kind of thing. But this is just a cute little voodoo doll that I would hold and think about my dreams and hope my dreams come true. So there is good and bad. Do you think I own a bad one?
I'm starting to wonder.
I might or might not have a black one.
Oh,
we've seen this before. We've looked at it before.
This is a black one.
Yeah, now see, that's the more modern. Look at the scary face. And
it's
all
terrible.
of the horror movies, like you see the creepy ass dolls, the voodoo dolls. And of course, Louisiana. If you guys go to Louisiana, voodoo is a thing there. But the locals will tell you voodoo has a long history with Louisianans, but it never was intended for the ill will. It was like a religion, like a spiritual sort of thing. And this is just some sort of like a cup that you drink the blood of Jesus or whatever, the offerings. But like this little, in some places, black would definitely be negative energy. So don't think I wouldn't be tempted to use this if somebody pissed me off. I have a drawer full of pins, and just stop. Don't even think about it, because I'll poke a pin in her and you're done. Your leg's I'm poke it in her leg. It's gonna hurt.
Y'all send help. Send help. No, I'm just playing.
So this is my little collection. I don't have a lot, because I'll be honest with you, voodoo dolls kind of freak me out.
Yeah, they do me. I don't have any.
I'm trying to face my fears with the nicer ones, that I've gotten at different locations and different places. But
so what would like, that's made out of straw. And look at that hair. Look at that human hair.
But see, that has a personal item with it. So I'm going to think that intent is probably not good. Like, these have no personal items attached. I don't have a lock of hair pinned to it or anything. That one behind you is creepy as shit. So
I'm just going to say, I'm never going to leave my hairbrush laying anywhere near you. No.
Ooh, girl. That's right. Let me think. Like, I'm going to read the colors off real quick. So those of you who are going to make your little voodoo dolls this Halloween, the different colors, white is positive and healing. Black is negative energy, a summons. Yellow, success and confidence. Purple is the spiritual realm, like getting in touch with your inner, third eye stuff and crap like that. Red, of course, is love. Green is growth and nature, anything to do with nature. Even a lot of witches use a lot of green, believe it or not, even though we think of them as solid black and all this. But green is very tied to nature. And then blue is love and peace. So when you're getting your felt paper, that's some of the colors. But voodoo dolls, I mean, they're just creepy. It's kind of even just a creepy word. Voodoo.
It is. It is. Well, I mean, and anyone who's ever gone to New Orleans, they know Marie Laveau, and they know, all these. And there was a lot of negative stuff surrounding those voodoo priestesses and stuff. And
yes.
Even though, like you said, voodoo is actually a form of religion for people.
Yes.
and so it's not necessarily that it's all bad. Just like there's good and bad witches, there's white witches and there's dark, there's good and bad. Same thing with voodoo, I think.
And voodoo, is voodoo a curse? I don't really know, but I do believe in when somebody suddenly starts having really bad luck. And what's the old saying? Once is just a coincidence, twice is purpose.
Right.
Like, so I think when people really just start having, the cars break down, the kids are sick, you lose your job, and just mounds and mounds and mounds, have been inclined to think that someone could have negative intentions towards that person and could very well try to put a curse on them. And I openly admit a curse is not something I am very familiar with, other than Robert the Doll. But do I believe in curses? I do now. And I think that people most definitely could, definitely, like the one behind you. Like, I think that right there could do some bad shit to somebody, whose ever hair that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
The universe is a very strange place. Don't underestimate what it can do.
Well, it's like you said, everything with you, people do stuff with intention, and it's the intention behind it. So it's the doll is just a vessel.
Absolutely.
The doll is just a vessel. Yeah. I know when I go to New Orleans, I usually do go to Marie Laveau's voodoo shop.
Oh, hell yeah. I could spend hours in that place.
Me too. And they tell you, don't take pictures in here. And don't you, if you leave there without leaving a little offering of something on that little altar that they have for her, I don't care what it is. I will take a piece of gum out of my pocket and put it on there. I'm leaving her something.
Hey, can we start an offering tray, so we can get funds to go to cool places? Let's have an offering.
Would y'all donate?
Yeah. Could y'all just how I don't know how we do that. Of course, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Are you?
Okay. Well, I'm not going to be opposed if somebody wants to. Can we go fund us page for voodoo dolls and go to New Orleans or something? I don't know.
No, we're going bigger than that. We need a GoFundMe for Transylvania.
Yeah, because we definitely are going to be going there.
Because we want to go to Dracula's castle.
Right.
Wouldn't that be cool? I'd freaking love to. Oh my gosh.
That girl, would be I am so down for the creepy shit. I think something's wrong with me because I am all in.
There's no thought about it. There is something wrong with you. And whatever's wrong with you is wrong with me, because I'm down for it too.
Mm-hmm. And I know that we have listeners that are the same damn way.
Yeah, we do.
We check our TV recordings, whatever. Mine's nothing but pure paranormal, murders, channel ID. I'm a warped human, but I know I have people in this world that are just like me. You being one of them.
I am. I admit it.
Yeah. All right, girl. Moving on. What you got next?
So what I got next is something that I've also seen in person and experienced it in person. And it is something that used to belong to Ed and Lorraine Warren.
I love them.
It was in their museum. And it now also resides in the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. And it is the Devil's Rocking Chair.
Do tell.
That rocking chair, you also have to agree to go in there and see it. And then it pops open a little door and there it is. And the creepiest thing for me was the fact that they had the recording playing of the Exorcist.
Oh, why do we gotta have the music? That always gets
it was the Exorcist. They actually had the actual recording of them doing that exorcism on the so the story behind the chair is it's from the early 1950s. It was given to the Glatzel family. They don't know where it came from or who it belonged to before. There's no, they have no idea. All right. So they brought it into their house, and it was just a piece of family furniture. Like, it was just this rocking chair, really nice, cute, comfy looking granny rocking chair. So one night in 1980, 11-year-old David Glatzel woke up screaming, saying that he was being visited by a man with big old black eyes, jagged teeth, pointed ears, horns, and hooves. Sounds like guys I've dated. And so so after that night, he became really withdrawn from the family. He was not acting himself, and his older sister started becoming really concerned about him because he wasn't acting himself. So she was engaged at the time and not living at home anymore. So she talked to her fiance, and she wanted to go and stay at the house so that she could maybe help her brother. She thought he was suffering depression, right? So Arnie was the fiance's name, and he agreed to go stay at the house and try to help the brother. So they did. And as time went on and they were there, David reported more visits from the black-eyed figure. He was starting to wake up with scratches and bruises on his body. And the brother-in-law started hearing sounds coming from the attic. So he started like, what the hell is going on? Kind of thing. So at some point it became pretty intense, and somehow they ended up getting in contact with the Warrens. So Ed and Lorraine came out, and Lorraine actually saw the demon, as she called it, sitting in the rocking chair. So they brought in a priest, and they started trying to do to bless and do an exorcism on David, and it only made things worse. So the sounds from the attic got louder. The visions that he had were increasing, and then David actually started hissing and speaking in multiple different voices.
Okay, that shit's scary. The hissing and all of that business.
He's going to a padded cell.
Yeah.
You're not staying in my house. And Arnie, the brother-in-law, should have been like, deuces, I'm out. I'm leaving, gone. No. So I don't know. Have you ever heard of the book called Paradise Lost?
No.
Neither have I. But that's one of the things that they said that he started quoting from the book of Paradise Lost. And that was a book that he had never read. And at his age, being 11 years old, it wasn't a book that he would have read, is what they say. So
what's the book about? Do you know?
I don't know. We should look it up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to read it. I was going to look it up, and then I thought, I don't know if I want to read it.
I know we have to be careful what we wish for.
Right. So somebody, if you've read Paradise Lost, email us and tell us what it's about, because I don't know, but yeah, I'm curious. I am curious. So he started about every 30 minutes having what they said looked like seizures. And so Ed and Lorraine started making regular visits and bringing more priests and doing more exorcisms and trying. Well, David was seated in the rocking chair when they were doing all these. He was in that rocking chair, and the chair started moving around the house on its own after this. So it would just move. It would just disappear and reappear in another place. And then on one occasion, it was actually seen levitating. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And one time it did it while David was sitting in it. It levitated. So after they did the final exorcism, it appeared that the demon left David, and he started showing signs of improvement. Well, here's the shitty part. Poor Arnie. It went into Arnie. The demon did.
Oh.
So they did not know at the time that had happened. But he started making the same noises and growling and hissing and all that. He would slip into like trances and stuff for months at a time. Like months at a time. And then one day, he killed his landlord.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So he stabbed his landlord with a 5-inch pocket knife over and over and over and over again. And the sister watched it all happen. terrified, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So the landlord, he actually died a few hours after the attack. And Arnie was picked up, and y'all may know this because they actually made a movie. It's one of the Conjuring movies. Arnie was picked up 2 miles away from the murder scene, walking down the road covered in blood. And 8 months after he was picked up and stuff, he was officially, charged with. He entered a plea of not guilty due to demonic possession.
I do know that part.
Yeah, and that is one of the first times ever that there was a non-guilty verdict due to demonic possession.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. So for many, many years after that, the chair stayed in storage with the Glatzel family. And every time, and when they moved, they took it with them. And eventually they realized that something was wrong with the chair, because whoever would sit in the chair, whether it by chance or intention, suddenly was stricken with back pains and problems. And then one member of the family actually was unable to walk upright for 10 years after sitting in that chair.
Wow.
So
no thanks, I'll sit on the couch.
Yeah, you can have it. So
I like to rock, but I'm gonna do the couch today.
So Ed and Lorraine ended up getting the chair and put it in their, they had their haunted collection, so they had it in there. And like that, the seat cushion that's on it is still stained and stuff from the exorcism, from when they were doing it, like throwing up and peeing. I don't know what he was doing, peeing, pooping, puking. I don't know, but it has stains and stuff. So after they put it in the Haunted Museum in Vegas, there was actually a bunch of stuff started happening in there also. And in fact, in 2019, they had to close that rocking chair exhibit because there were 6 or 7 people in a row that suffered, like basically fainting and feeling ill and all kinds of stuff. So he closed it. And at some point he reopened it like a year or 2 later, because I saw it was like 2020, I think 21. And so he has it back open. And both of those exhibits, that's why I picked them, because those two were the two that really hit me harder than anything in that whole place when I went there.
Yeah, we've said it before, y'all. Zach doesn't get everything right, but the museum, he did. It is worth going. It's worth seeing. It's worth doing.
That's it right there. And that's what it looks like in the museum. It sit there. It has a red light on it. And when I tell y'all the recording, it's the actual recording of David Glatzel and the exorcism one of the exorcisms that they were doing. And he does not sound like an 11-year-old boy.
No, it's creepy as hell.
It is so creepy. It is probably one of the scariest things I've ever heard, because you watch the exorcism movie, and that's one thing, movies about exorcism and all that. And of course, it's not real when you're watching a movie, but this was the actual recording. When I tell you actual recording, it was the spool, the old school spool tape that's playing in there. And it is scary, like so scary. I didn't stay in there long. I was like, I couldn't handle the I was like, I gotta go. I'm out.
Like, I would rather run into a spirit that's gonna, you bitch, or get out. But when the growling and animals and all of that shit starts, I'm out, man. That's freaking scary. Like, could we just like do normal moans and groans like ghosts? And
ooh,
that kind of shit,
Yeah.
Or, get out, scary. But that whole growling and hissing and
what's that? You ever heard Eddie Murphy? He talks about going in trying to buy a house, and the ghost says, "Get out." He goes, "Too bad we can't stay, baby."
That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh.
Only you and me are like, "Hey, this house is haunted. How much?"
Oh yeah. Yeah. You guys still one of the guests at the Halloween party is a realtor that came this weekend, and I'm all on her. I'm like, find me an old house. And she goes, "Girl, how am I gonna know it's haunted?" And I said, just let me handle that part. You just find me an old creepy house that I can do something with.
That's
So
right.
I got her on the make for us.
Okay. Find us a house, girl.
Okay. All right, moving on. Moving on. Was
What
that
you
well, I
got?
say that. Is that the end of the story? I didn't mean to rush
I
you.
mean,
I'm
I'm
such a
just saying,
bitch.
if y'all are ever in Vegas and you really want to get creeped out,
Yeah.
go to the haunted museum and see these. Don't skimp out. Don't be a chicken. Don't be a sissy lala. If you go to the haunted museum, you have to go in there because those are two of the best ones.
Yeah.
Like those really, I think Peggy the doll, is it Peggy that's there?
It is Peggy.
She's
pretty
also,
creepy.
she is. So those three are the ones that you got to have permission or you got to give your consent to go into. And yeah, give your consent, bitches. Don't skimp. You paid your money to go in there to see some haunted shit. Go see some haunted shit. So what do you got?
All right. I'm going to tell my story quick because we're running long on time. But I want to talk about no. It's not you. It's both of us talking. I just know people are going to be going, oh, I'm tired of listening to them.
No, they're not. They love us.
Um, I want to talk about something that isn't a haunted doll or a haunted house or a haunted chair or the Dibbit box. It's something that's one of the most haunted objects in the world, but we don't hear about it very much. And that is the blue diamond in the Smithsonian in Washington. Doesn't look menacing, does it?
Absolutely
Put
gorgeous.
that bad boy on me and let me walk around with it for a little while.
I will wear it all day.
Yes.
With security.
Well, you might not till when I tell you all the stuff. So, guys, this is a 45 carat diamond. Where does that even, like, who gets that? And of course, this diamond is something that everybody has seen in the Titanic, that it's, they're not calling it the blue diamond, but that's where they're getting the piece of jewelry in the Titanic. I have seen this diamond in real life. I have been to the Smithsonian Museum. And it is going to sound weird, but there is a vibe on that thing that creeps me the hell out. They don't have it in a big, dark, scary place either. It's in the middle of the museum. Well, it's not in the middle of the museum, but it's in the middle with a glass case. It doesn't look scary whatsoever.
Let's see. You actually took these pictures, didn't you?
Yes. Don't judge me. This was with old-timey digital camera, or digital. That the colors just are not coming out. That's the real deal. Oh my God.
It's so pretty.
It is. It's stunning in real life. But you can feel it's not right. It's not right. So just bear with me because I'm going to go down the line of how the Smithsonian came to acquire this diamond and why they have it. So back in, let's see, I want to say India, 1792, there was a priest that had this diamond in like their possession. And there was someone that stole it from the priest. So I didn't even know that a priest could put a curse on something. But legend has it is the priest cursed the person that owned this diamond. Whoever had it in their possession, something bad's going to happen. Sounds like a voodoo doll in the making and diamonds to me. So here are, hold on one second. So the guy that originally stole it, his name was Jean Treveneur. And this is what happened to him. So we're starting with the very first and we're going to work our way back, but I'm going to go quick. So the story of him is that once he stole the diamond, he died shortly after that, and his body was ravaged by wolves. like he died out in the wilderness. Yeah. And however, other reports show that he lived into the ripe old age of 84 and died then. But so who knows really? That's the two stories. Next owner, King Louis the Sixth, I guess. He had the diamond, and it was called the Blue Diamond of the Crown because he was the king and he owned this diamond. Well, Louis died of gangrene, and all of his illegitimate children died in childhood. So then he moved. Then the next person gets it right, and they worked for Louis, the king, and some way they acquired this. I don't know if they stole it or whatever, but the guy gave it to a lady who wore the diamond once in France, and then suddenly they came out of favor with the king and was imprisoned and was going to die, and the king wanted him to suffer, so they gave him life in prison for the diamond. Next person. Someone in, where is this? Marie Louise. She was a princess. She was killed by a mob in the most horrific fashion, apparently hit with a hammer, decapitated, stripped, and disembodied. Her head was impaled on a pike and carried to Marie Antoinette's prison window. Remember, everybody, Marie Antoinette. Hi, Catburst. What are you doing? So that's 6 people right there that's having bad thing. Jumping on, the next person had it, ended up being murdered, and then he murdered somebody and then he killed himself. Let's just move to the end, how the Smithsonian got it. There's 2 more people in there. So here's the bad part. Lisa and I talked about this before we came on air before. So the person that got this was Evelyn McLean, that actually had the diamond, and she knew all about the curse. The people that had it had died and had all this horrific stuff happen. So the bitch puts it on her dog.
Yeah.
To see if the dog would die or something bad. She's going to let this dog take all the heat on it. I'm pissed about that.
Special
what kind
place.
of person? Yeah.
It's a special place for people to do just bad things.
It's
to puppies.
warm where she resides right now.
She was wearing her gasoline panties when she went down there.
Yes. So the bitch thinks she's going to put this on her dog, let the dog wear it, and she figures out, I guess, that she thinks it's okay or whatever, and nothing happened to the dog. But then her mother-in-law died. Her son died at the age of 9. Her husband left her for another woman. And yes. And then she ended up in a mental institution. Her daughter died of drug overdose at 25. And then eventually she had to sell a newspaper. I guess she must have owned the newspaper. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, long story short. So once this lady died and all that shit went down, she had a son that was 11 that got all the stuff from her, right? And this was in the possession. So when he got the diamond, all the bad things he was aware of, all the things that happened to his mom and his dad and all of that, he wants no part of this diamond.
Don't blame him.
No. So he sells it to the Smithsonian for, whatever billions of dollars or whatever it was worth. And the mail carrier that delivered the freaking diamond to Smithsonian broke his leg on the stairs, fell down the stairs and broke his leg, and then was hit by a car. Just for delivering the thing.
He fell down the stairs at the Smithsonian?
At the Smithsonian. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And this is where it has resided ever since. That was in, don't get me to line, y'all. I don't know what year that was. I don't know.
I don't even want to be the person who has to clean that case.
No, I don't. Again, when about a curse, right? When something that dramatic is happening to so many different people, some shit's going on. I think this thing is cursed as hell. And I was so excited to see it because, Smithsonian has, dinosaurs and all this cool stuff, but I want to see this this haunted necklace, and it's as cool as you think it is, but oh my God, I'm not going to lie. I was totally creeped out, and it doesn't look creepy, but I was creeped out.
No, it's beautiful. Like it really, that's like a beautiful piece of
yeah. You
jewelry.
just want to wear it. Like, give me a chance, but shit. I mean, the story
beautiful.
that they have some of this documentation on goes, no, thank you. No, not doing it.
No.
Too much shit.
No.
Anyway.
So see, that's what happened to the Titanic. That asshole had that damn necklace on the boat.
And that's where they got the idea for the whole necklaces, because of the thinking of the Titanic, right? Had the diamond on it. I don't know what they called it. Did they call it the blue diamond? What did they call that necklace?
The heart of the ocean.
Yes, that's what it was called. Which is a way cooler name than just the blue diamond.
It is the heart of the ocean. Yeah. Well, so I have one last thing, and I want to talk about it real quick, because when I came across this one, it kind of reminds me of this blue diamond, because it's a cursed item. And it's kind of like you said, when so many things happen, you got to understand. Okay. I had never heard of this until I was doing a little bit of research. It's called the cursed Basano vase of Italy. And this vase is thought to be one of the scariest cursed objects in the world. It was given to a bride on the eve of her wedding. And the night that she was given it, she was murdered. So the vase moved through her family, down, and with each passing hand, somebody died.
Right.
So nobody really understood how or why the vase was cursed. They just decided that this vase is cursed. So it was made in the 15th century, passed down from family member to family member each time somebody died, and eventually it was buried in a the sacred ground of a cemetery. So basically, somebody buried it in sacred ground. And I don't know if it was this one in particular was cemetery, but it was buried in sacred ground. So it stayed buried and hidden in nobody's hands from the 15th century until 1988. And there was a man that was digging in his backyard in Italy, and he found it. He dug it up, he found it, and he was like, holy shit, this vase was silver. It was made out of silver. So inside this vase was a note that actually said, beware, this vase causes death. Well, he's just like, oh my God, I have found a 15th century silver vase in my backyard. So F this note. I'm not telling nobody. I'm about to get rich.
Right.
So he discarded it and took it and sold it at auction. It was purchased by a pharmacist, and this pharmacist bought it. Within 3 months of him buying it, he died. His family sold the vase to a 37-year-old doctor, and within months of the doctor buying it, he died of a mysterious unknown illness infection, right? So at this point, this vase started getting a reputation. And so the doctor's family had it in their possession, and they were trying to somebody take it. We don't want it. Nobody would take it because people were hearing in this little Italian town. Okay. So they said, to hell with it. And they threw it out the window. Well, they threw it out the window, and a police officer saw. He gets the vase. He comes to the door, tries to give it back. They're like, nope, that vase causes death. We don't want nothing to do with it. That shit's yours. And so the cop is like, okay, right? Well, he has it in his possession. He starts kind of getting freaked out about it. And so he goes and says, what can I do with it? I'm going to go give it to a museum. I'm going to give it to them. They wouldn't take it at all. Wouldn't take it.
Okay. Oh my God.
They were like, nope, ain't taking it. So he still had it with him, and he was trying to figure out what to do with it. So he did reach out to like a priest or something, right? Who told him that he needed to put that vase in a lead-lined box and bury it. So the police officer made a box, lined it with lead, buried it in the sacred ground of a cemetery. That one, it does say cemetery, and nobody knows where it's at. It has not been seen since. So at some point, somebody's going to find that vase again.
Is that us? We're going to go digging?
Uh-uh.
No,
nope, I don't want it.
Dead vases lie.
Like we shall let it lie. I don't want it.
No.
So this was a picture from a newspaper article, actually, and it's hard to see, but it's like it's you can tell it's tarnished.
Yeah.
From being in the ground and stuff, but that's supposedly the picture of the Basano vase, the cursed Basano vase.
There's just a lot of haunted shit out there, isn't there?
There is. But just like you said, intention. So,
Yeah. Who originally had that? Who made it? Obviously, it's probably handmade, I'm assuming.
Right. Back in the 15th century.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have any way of mass producing.
Right.
So, yeah, handmade. So with that being said, you people, put out good intentions. Don't put out bad. Don't be cursing, folks.
No.
If y'all want to put some good intentions, send us some good juju, some good mojo, some good whatever. And so we have a good happy Halloween.
Look, and do creepy shit, though. Get out there and now look, I'm not saying I'm not saying do Ouija boards or shit.
No.
Go hit a cemetery or two. Do some, be careful. Again, you've heard us preach it till the heavens come home about protection prayers and protecting yourself. But do something outside your comfort zone. Like, ooh, what would that be for you? What would be outside your comfort zone, spooky wise, creepy wise?
I don't know that I have a limit on. Okay, all right. I said it on one of our shows before. Outside my comfort zone is going to be go to a haunted location alone.
Yeah. I think mine would be, I don't really want to hold a haunted object.
I don't either.
I don't mind looking at them, like the Smithsonian diamond. And if you had that vase somewhere, I would like to see the vase, like,
sure.
Haunted dolls like Peggy and stuff that Zach has. I want to see it, but
I don't want to touch it.
I don't think I could touch it. So I don't know what I would do that would be outside my comfort zone. I guess hold a haunted object. Be kind of like me holding a snake. It's probably never going to happen.
I don't want to hold a spider. So that would be the same kind of thing for me.
Say it all day long.
Yeah. Don't touch haunted shit. Don't do it.
But do something fun and spooky, y'all. And if you have a good idea, tell us, let us know. We do our next show you're going to like, because we are going to talk about haunted movies. Like, of course, all people are watching right now. What is it? Netflix. What does the 31 Days of Haunted movies? There's one of the TV shows that does solid haunted shows the whole month of October.
Is it?
What is it? It's not
the Travel Channel.
Is it? I don't know. It's
Maybe.
Something. It's 31
we should
days.
Know this.
I know. Don't judge people. I'm sorry. We didn't do our homework on that one.
Well, we watch so many damn
I know
shows. Like, I mean, we've got Hulu, we've got Netflix, we've got Shudder, we've got anything and everything.
Yeah, I don't know, but
YouTube, we got it all.
But we're going to talk next week. We're going to be bringing up movies that have cursed or something bad's happened to the actual actors. Right off the mind comes Poltergeist, right? All of the people involved in that movie had some serious things happen, including death. But we're going to talk about a lot of that. So if y'all have a suggestion, send it in so we can maybe throw it out there for you guys where you've got some ideas. But let's talk about stuff that horror movies were really made, like the Saw. Isn't it the Texas Chainsaw Murders? That's based on a real thing.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah.
Massacre. Yeah, that's.
I mean, do you know that place is still standing?
I do know that.
I know. We should take a trip.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of scared of saws that's going to cut my head off and shit.
Chainsaws? Well, I mean, they're dead.
Well, they have spirits.
Well, they're really, Maggie.
I don't know.
I don't know if we can go in it, but we can drive by it.
Yeah,
and then
I think they have a sign that says, this is.
Yeah, I think there's a little cafe next to it now.
No, I'd go do that. Go have some haunted fries or something.
They serve some Texas chainsaw meat.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's gross. Yes.
So yeah, y'all tune in next Tuesday because that's going to be a good episode. So
yeah,
I can't
and
wait.
again, y'all tell us what fun, spooky stuff you guys are doing for Halloween because I'm all about October. In my mind, I'm reading like 3 books at once because I'm so into ghost stuff at this. My elevation of spooky is just all over the place right now. And we're going to be doing our campfire ghost stories. I'm so excited about that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And seriously, guys, if y'all are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, then get your ticket. Go on to Eventbrite. That's where you can get them. I think I put the link in the last 2 episodes. Or go on to Beck's Ghost Hunters on Facebook. She always posts the links in there for the events that are going on. But get you some tickets, come out, have some hot dogs, listen to some ghost stories, and hang out with us. We'd love to meet y'all.
Maybe we can do a TikTok live from there.
I think we should.
So you guys follow us on TikTok and do Our Side Paranormal with Lisa and Beck, and we'll see if we can't squeeze that in somewhere.
Yeah, we could maybe use that new platform and try to do this.
Yeah, we haven't done it yet, but we're wanting to do the YouTube live, so you guys, we can interact with comments on live in real time. So we do need to practice that. We do. Yeah. All right, y'all. We've been talking almost an hour, so we're gonna
Becky's long-winded.
Damn you, Lee.
It's me.
I talked under the bus like that.
I actually think it was me this time. Sorry, guys.
No, it wasn't. It's a fun subject. I mean, anytime we're talking haunted shit, we got it going. But
yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you guys join us, and we can just tease. We are having something super special for Halloween night.
Yeah,
we're having a very special guest that I'm super pumped about. Who knows so much haunted shit, written a lot of books. She's the real deal, and we're gonna talk. We can't tell you yet. I want to tease that later, but I know everybody's gonna be partying and doing trick or treat, but you guys are gonna have to definitely tune in on October 31st for something really fun.
Yes, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I'm excited. To talk to her.
So y'all, until then, we're going to clink. We're going to get out of here. Lisa's got to go eat dinner, and I'm going to bed. Quite honestly, I'm tired.
I got to drink my children.
Yeah. So follow us, like what all that stuff is, and
email us, oursideparanormal@gmail.com, TikTok, Lisa and Beck.
Send your glasses, man.
Send us your pictures of your glasses. And is there anything new on the shelf?
There is something new.
Find it
somewhere back in here, y'all. I can't do this. There is something new. Yes.
So find what's new. Send us an email, and we'll send you a prize.
Yep.
So until next Tuesday, y'all go watch some haunted movies.
Go do it. Go get scared.
Go get scared. Go get scared.
Everybody have a good week. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Y'all stay spooky.
Stay spooky. Bye.
Bye, guys.